Hi dancer, welcome to my channel. Today we're discussing the body mechanics of pushing and pulling, and we're touching on only a couple of aspects. Probably the most easiest example and the most important concept is pushing off the floor or creating length and height in our body. How do we do that? You probably often heard when people or teachers say, guys, breathe, right? Or up energy, or you say go up and high. So this is one of the biggest mistakes I see all the time when people, instead of elongating, they think high. So what happens is they start building up tension in the upper portion of their body like this, by holding breath, by puffing up the chest, and this creates this odd dynamic. You raise your center of mass, but you detach yourself off the floor. So when you move in movements like body waves or head rolls, we tend to tilt towards wherever our upper body is leaning, and this is not very good for our movement and for dancing. Now think of it this way: if you use the pulling sensation, it rather is meant to kind of detach you from the ground. Yes, it creates length in your body, but it also pulls you away from the ground, and the ground is something, that point of stability, that you really want to use in dancing or in any other movement activities, okay? On the other hand, if you use the push, you elongate by pushing yourself off the ground and finding that length by building that length horizontal by horizontal, like vertebra by vertebra, only in your feet, in your legs, in your hips, in your waist, in your chest, all the way past the top of your head, okay? So this way, not only are you stable, but you're also very grounded and can move around easily in a complex movements. For example, if we do a body roll, instead of pulling my chest up, you see how I'm tiptoeing because something is pulling me, or at least that's what my body feels. Instead, I would push myself from one foot, from the back foot to the front foot. Then as my front foot receives my weight, I will push myself up, hold it there. Do you see how easily I can lift my back leg? It's because I am grounded on the floor. I don't feel I'm being pulled. I relax my top body, but I maintain the length along my body and my legs. From here, as I start dipping backwards, my back leg receives my weight, and as it receives my weight, I start relaxing. And in order to come up again, I push myself off the ground, and I'm never losing balance at any point of this wave. Again, if we take example of a lateral hip wave, I first need to elongate in order to go to the low energy movement, right? Or like down energy movement. So as I release my hip over here and take it into the semicircle, pendulum shape movement to the other side. Now, another flex or another mistake that I see a lot is people bend over here and then they start pulling themselves up as if something is pulling them. This again creates unnecessary tension in your upper body. Instead, push yourself off the floor and relax your upper body. This pulling sensation in your muscles on this side needs to feel as if it's happening naturally, because the support is coming from lower parts by letting you gently stack up. When you feel the push as something that comes off the ground, you're stable 100% of the time. Or as long as you understand your posture and necessary muscles around your core, especially this area that you need to engage. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a like, leave a comment. If you'd like me to break down anything else, let me know. Otherwise, share this with your friends, practice tons, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye, dancer.